There is a place that I've lived next to my entire life in southern Utah called Zion National Park. Absolutely gorgeous. We decided to give it a visit today, but we didn't come for the hike this time around. We came for the food, and we went to this restaurant called Oscar's. And I got this omelet that was amazing. Janelle told me about it. She went there last week, and she's like, we just had to come back and get these omelets. Mine had like seasoned potatoes, classic jack cheese with vegetables inside of it. It was good. So I've only had one meal today, which was Oscar's this morning, and it was a pretty filling breakfast, but I'm gonna be working out in like an hour or two, and I'm like just a little bit hungry, not enough to like eat another meal. So here's one of my favorite pre-workout snacks. So what we got here is just normal bread. We're gonna be making a sandwich. You can use, depending on if you're bulking or cutting, I'm like main gaining / lean bulking right now, so this is normal wheat bread. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a kind of like a protein peanut butter using PB Fit. PB Fit is powdered peanut butter, 87% less fat than normal peanut butter. So it's only 60 calories for 2 tablespoons and 8 grams of protein. So it has just as much protein as normal peanut butter, but like literally like 80% less calories. And then we're also gonna be adding some protein. I'm using Transparent Labs chocolate peanut butter. This is my favorite protein flavor. Code JB10 to save. 100% grass-fed whey. This is whey isolate, so it's higher in protein, lower in calories. So we're going to be mixing together 2 tablespoons of this with half scoop of protein. We got the PB Fit, about 2 tablespoons, as well as half a scoop. We're gonna add a little bit of maple syrup for just to add a little sweetness to it. This is sugar-free maple syrup. You just have to trust it because you don't think it's gonna be enough liquid until you start mixing it, and it just turns into a paste. So you gotta make it thick, and it just slowly turns into the perfect protein peanut butter. So that's what we got here. Then we're gonna take our bread on our sandwich. Now that we have our sandwich, it can be a little dry, so we gotta wash it down with some milk. But this isn't just any milk, this is Carb Master milk, Kroger. You guys can see that. This milk has amazing macros. So 8 fluid ounces is 1 serving, 60 calories, 11 grams of protein, 0 fat, lactose free. So it's got everything you want in like a really good protein milk for like bodybuilders. So we're gonna be eating this sandwich, washing it down with some Carb Master milk. With the bread and like all the macros, it depends on if you're bulking or cutting. I'm just using normal like whole grain wheat bread, which can be kind of high calorie, but it's okay for me because I'm not like cutting or anything. But there is like a low carb bread you can use, which makes it, you know, the calories go even lower. So this sandwich with the milk is 46 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, 50 grams of carb. So this is about 400 calories, but it can be a lot lower, you know, if you want to use different bread. But perfect pre-workout snack because you don't have to cook, really easy to make, super easy to make, and tastes really good. Like that peanut butter protein paste that I made, tastes just as good as peanut butter, but like way lower calorie, higher protein. Starting back with some rows. With these, it's pretty simple. I'm just focused on keeping my back parallel with the ground, and what that means is basically having my back as straight as possible, allowing the weight to go all the way down, basically touching the ground to allow for the best stretch possible during the eccentric. So what you could do with these is you can either put a plate under your foot or stand on a platform, and that will allow for an even better stretch at the bottom. And you can round your back with back exercises. The back is designed to round, is designed to bend, and you can actually strengthen it. So next exercise, we're doing some pull-ups. I prefer weighted pull-ups. You don't have to do weighted. You can do them with, you can do body weight assisted pull-ups on the assisted pull-up machine, whatever you want to do. But I always want to incorporate some sort of calisthenics in my workouts. Usually it will be like pull-ups for back workouts, dips for chest workouts, I've been doing handstands for my shoulder workouts, and I'm just having so much more fun with training, with incorporating calisthenics in my plan. Now we're moving to cable rows, and as I said earlier, it's okay to round your back a little bit at the bottom, and this is mostly to allow for an even better stretch in the lats. And I'm kind of using a little bit of momentum to pull the weight back, because I was just waiting for a really good contraction in my mid, back, lower lat region during these cable rows. Next, we're moving to a staple in all my back workouts, which are cable pullovers. I prefer cable pullovers over dumbbell pullover, because with the cable, the tension is through the entire motion, especially in the stretch portion. So as you can see, I'm allowing the weight to kind of pull my arms up, but I'm letting my body go down against it, and that just allows for the best stretch possible during the eccentric. So yeah, I use cable pullovers all of my back workouts. Next, we're moving to some biceps. So we did 4 back exercises. Now we're moving to a few bicep exercises. For biceps, I always incorporate some incline curls, by far the best bicep exercise you can do, but it depends on the way you do it. You have to keep your back against the bench and keep your chest as high as possible, and that would isolate the bicep, and you can't cheat the weight up. And with the bench on an incline, it allows you to get a really good stretch to the bottom and completely isolate the bicep in the best spot possible. So incline curls, again, we're doing drop sets during these workouts. So after the third set, you can even do every set, you can do a drop set. So I'm going from 35 pounds down to 25 pounds, aiming for about 10 reps here. Next, we're moving to another really good bicep exercise, which are drag curls. And really what it is you just have your arm basically behind your body, and you keep your elbow in the same spot as you curl the weight up. And the cable allows the tension to be at the highest point during the stretched portion at the bottom. Now we're moving to our final bicep exercise. I typically only do 2 bicep exercises, but we really wanted to get our arms during this workout. So now we're moving to preacher curl. I'm going on the inner grip of the easy bar. And I like the inner grip more because, again, it allows for better stretch. I feel more comfortable. It kind of puts me in a more comfortable position compared to the outer grip, which kind of puts a weird tension on my shoulders that I don't really like. So yeah, that was the workout. Feeling really happy with my current condition. I would say about 158 pounds, about 8% body fat. Just eyeballing it right now, but doing some posing. I always need to work on my back pose, specifically working on adding more width to my back. But overall, very happy with my improvements already so far since my last competition. So I worked out with a guy named Jared, and he actually competes in natural competitions. So his next show is going to be next July, and he invited me to compete with him. So I'm actually thinking that I'm going to do my first natural show next July, which is in basically a year, to at least work on my weak points, because it gives me enough time, because I need to bring up my back a lot more. So it will be my first natural show. I've done 3 non-tested so far. Naturally, I just wanted to see how far I could take it going against the enhanced guys. I made it pretty far, but national shows are extremely competitive. I realize it's gonna be harder than I thought to get a pro card in a non-tested show. So natural competitions, I've been told I do really well, because they kind of apparently look for people with my shape when it comes to the conditioning, because last show I was by far the most conditioned guy on stage. I just didn't have as much size. So in the natural shows, judges kind of look for my type of build, where it's kind of a little downsized, but the conditioning is still there. So people are saying I would do pretty well in a natural show.
So I think I might as well give it a shot because there's nothing to lose. And I mean, I have a lot of fun when I win. My first show, like, I'm so happy I did that because it was a non-tested one, but it was like kind of more of a local show that qualified me for nationals. But it was probably one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had because you know, I won the overall, and I didn't expect I would do very well at all, to be honest. So it kind of helped me realize that I should never doubt myself, that, you know, you are your own biggest critic, and it's so easy to compare yourself, compare your worst attributes to people's best attributes. Ever since then, I've realized I should never doubt myself. So today was a really good back workout. We did 4 back exercises and 3 bicep exercises. I usually only do 1 bicep exercise, but both Jenna and I want to bring up our arms a lot. For date night, Jenna and I went to this place called Krusty Krab Daddy. It's like this really good seafood restaurant that I've never been to, but Jenna wanted to show me. The way it works is you wear these bibs, which I had a hard time putting mine on because I saw this massive bicep pump for my workout, but I got mine on eventually, and they bring the food in this bag filled with juice, and they dump it on a plate for you, and you just kind of chow down. We got like a bunch of shrimp, had some sweet potato fries, and it was delish. And then we got home and got some yogurt land, and there's Toby who wanted some as well. And then we watched Godzilla -1. Thanks for watching.